Some other things that were interesting in Q4 of 23 is that's when a lot of these debt scandals were coming to light. So Fannie and Freddie were really buckling down in response to that because it came to light that there were certain, mortgage banking or firms, broker firms that were committing mortgage fraud and things like that. And so then Fannie and Freddie really tightened up their lending requirements, really tightened up their due diligence and things like that. And, that reduces liquidity. And so we saw a big reduction in liquidity, which pushed cap rates higher. And so that was the peak there for cap rates, which is inversely a bottom in pricing, unless you have a dramatic shakeup in NOI. NOI is fundamentals, right? And so the fundamentals have continued to languish because you've just basically have had essentially flat rents for this whole time, and expenses are probably modestly creeping up as well. But now we talk about sentiment because sentiment moves very slowly. Pricing moves fast, especially in the public markets. Like, I mean, literally look at the stock market. Prices change every second. In the private markets, like for real estate, prices move slower because it takes months and months to close transactions and things like that. And it takes even longer for someone to capitulate and sell, which actually bleeds some psychology into pricing much faster. But psychology takes a long time to change because it really takes a long time for an investor to realize the deal they invested in 2022, not a good deal, doesn't go well. And then now they're upset. Now they don't have the capital and now they don't want to invest. And so now it manifests itself by not going to best ever, right? Just as a kind of oversimplified example.
The Venn
A
diagram of sorts.
a
Yeah.
really important point, you kind of touched on this, but I really want to hammer this, and I'm actually going to record a Founders Insights hopefully today on this topic to really hammer this point. But this is the point of riding the wrong side of the investor psychology cycle.